Hi guys, so today I'm going to do my take on a New Year's Eve inspired makeup tutorial, which means loads of glitter and shimmer. So firstly I'm going to prime my face with the Professional primer. Then I'm going to take my Estée Lauder CC cream just to neutralize my skin. And CC stands for color correcting, so that is what this cream does. Step is obviously to use a foundation, and I've chosen my Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation from Chanel because it's got a medium coverage and it leaves some kind of like a velvety matte finish, which I really like. At the moment I've got a really bad rash on my skin, as you can see, so I've decided to use a concealer that is both highlighting but also concealing. This is the Wake Me Up concealer from Rimmel, which I personally really like because you can use it both for highlighting but also concealing. And I'm actually just buffing it in with my buffing brush from Real Techniques because I feel like that leaves the most natural finish. And to make sure that I don't drag too much in my under eye area, I use my ring finger to blend in the concealer under my eyes. And to set everything, I use my Bobbi Brown Sheer Pressed Powder, which is so lovely to just set everything and make sure that it stays in place all during the night. To prime my eyes, I'm going to use my Smashbox Photofinish Lid Primer, which is my absolute favorite in the entire world, and I just blend it in with my ring finger once again. Then it's time to do those brows, girl, and I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Taupe or Ash Blonde. And I want a really strong brow look today, so I'm really filling in my brows. And lastly, to set my brows, I'm using my Gosh Definding Brow Gel in the color 003, which has got a little bit of a tint in it, which I really like. It just really sharpens up the look and makes sure that any sparse areas are gone. For eyeshadows, I'm going to use some from my Bobbi Brown palette. And the first color I'm going to use is the color Bone, which is a matte eyeshadow and it's just very fleshy toned. Very nice, and I'm using it all over my eyelids. I'm using the color Taupe because it's just a perfect crease color. It really warms up the crease so nicely because it's very warm toned. Because I'm going for a covery look, I'm using my Lorac Pro palette. This is the number 2, and I'm using the color Rose because it's got some kind of like a rose goldy look to it, and I really think that's such a pretty color. come to the sparkles. I'm using the color Golden Peach from Bobbi Brown once again, and it is just a really gorgeous, covery, sparkly eyeshadow. And I'm using my MAC Fix Plus to make my brush wet, and then I apply the eyeshadow wet onto my lids. In that way I can really get a really pigmented, sparkly eyeshadow look. As you can see, it looks gorgeous. And to create some depth into my look, I'm using the color Settle, also from Bobbi Brown. And I'm using that in my outer V just to define my eyes a bit more, make it a bit more smoky. My MAC Super Sleek Liquid Eyeliner because I want to do a cat eye or wing, and I just want to make it somewhat thick but not too thick. Because I want a more glittery finish to my eyeliner, I'm using a glittery pigment, whatever you like to call it, glitter pigment from MAC. This was from their holiday collection, and it's just so gorgeous. It's kind of like covery, which goes perfect with the eyeshadow, and I'm just putting this one on top of the winged liner. Then it's time to curl my lashes with my shimmery eyelash curler. Very important step, you know that. And now it's time for mascara. I'm using my Max Factor 2000 Calorie Dramatic Volume Mascara because I want a lot of volume and length to my lashes, and this mascara just does the job perfectly. To warm up my face, I'm using my Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the color Golden Light, which is the lightest shade that they've got. It's great for bronzing your cheeks and your forehead because it's really natural and very light, but still very bronzy. And for my blusher, I'm using my Hourglass blush in the color Dim Infusion because it's one of my favorites and it just goes for all looks, really. And for highlighter, I use my Mara Luminizer from the Balm, and I just use it above my blush and it looks incredible. Just look at that. And because I want a pinky lip today, I'm using my Bobbi Brown lip liner in the color Pale Pink, and I'm just drawing in my lips, and I'm also filling them in with the lip liner. And for lipstick, I'm actually mixing up my MAC lipstick called Snob, which is a very dusty grayish pink. And then I'm mixing it with my Lime Crime Coquette lipstick, which is a bit more nude. Very nice combination if you ask me. And here's the finished makeup look, guys. It's very glittery, very shimmery, and still very wearable for a New Year's Eve makeup look. I think it's gorgeous, and if you like it, please give me a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram. Have the best New Year's Eve in the entire world, and I'll see you very soon. Bye! Just look at that! Oh, I'm dying here, you guys. Seriously, so pretty.